A bright smile has gone dark.
And I hugged her, but little did I know that would have been the last time.
But her loved ones will ensure her memory forever shines.
Her church's prayers and her family's push for answers.
Raped by someone she trusted, but the assault is not her entire story.
You have taken a chapter of my story, but you will not be the rest of my book.
Only on 10 TV, a young woman's bravery and her plan to share it with her community.
Then at 11:15, he was on the sidelines his entire life until today.
Now that the fact that he gets to get into a real game and score a touchdown is like really cool.
10 TV News at 11 starts right now.
From Central Ohio's news leader, this is 10 TV News at 11.
We'll remember Lizzie, our little light. We will remember Lizzie.
To Lizzie. Hearts are broken over the death of an 11-year-old girl. She was an active member of this church community, and her life was cut short on her way to school this morning.
Elizabeth Robertson Rutland was hit by a car. She was knocked into another lane and was run over by a second vehicle. The first driver stopped. The second did not. So far, police have not found that person. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11, everyone. I'm Yolanda Harris.
And I'm Jerry Revish. This happened on McNaughton Road in East Columbus, as you see on this map. But tonight, we go to her church, where members are still in disbelief.
They all belong to you.
In a time of such sadness,
Our hearts are real heavy right now because some big part of us is gone.
all you hear is joy.
We thank God for her. We thank God for her family.
This service at the Worship Center of Central Ohio, dedicated to someone they've known since she was born, Elizabeth Robertson Rutland, an 11-year-old girl who could light up a room.
Well, Lizzie was a princess when she walked through those doors, and we just admired her so much.
On Wednesday, the world got a little darker. Lizzie was hit and killed on McNaughton Road trying to get to her bus stop. It was dark. There are no sidewalks.
We might be crying right now. We might be feeling heartache right now. But let's do this in honor of Lizzie. Let's get these sidewalks. Whatever we need to do, whatever petitions we need to start.
Finding purpose in their pain, knowing Lizzie isn't feeling any.
We know that she knew who Jesus was, so we also understand that she is okay.
Her friends taking a moment to write down what they can no longer say.
In the name of Jesus.
This congregation coming together to lift up one another in their time of grief.
We are family, and that's what family does. We comfort each other.
Perhaps the greatest comfort is their memories. Memories of the little girl, forever their firecracker.
We'll remember Lizzie, our little light. We will remember Lizzie.
Reporting in Columbus, Angela Reigard, 10 TV News.
We spoke with the 11-year-old's grandmother. She says the street is just too busy, drivers don't follow the speed limit, and there are no sidewalks. She feels something needs to change. You can hear her interview on 10tv.com.
A driver apparently crossed the center line, killing himself and a man driving another car today. Deputies say Justin Crawford of Pataskala and Timothy Moore of Reynoldsburg died in this head-on crash. It's unclear who veered into the other lane. It happened on US 40 near Kirkersville. That road is back open. Helicopters flew over Dublin today, tracking driver speeds and issuing tickets. Police were keeping an eye on US 33 and 270. The reason? It has the highest number of crashes related to speed. Officers say this is a reminder to slow down.
Well, remember this earlier this week? This is how an 8-county chase ended. And tonight we're seeing how it all started.
Back out in the left lane, working his way southbound here.
An Ohio State Highway Patrol chopper followed that driver. It started in Wyandotte County and reached about 90 miles per hour. At one point, he swerved off the road. Police tried to deploy stop sticks, but they didn't work.
We have any units that can close northbound traffic in the area we're throwing the spikes. He swerved to miss those spikes and hit that pickup truck.
Now, troopers say the driver caused a crash and sent one person to the hospital, but he kept going. He eventually ditched the semi, and police found him at a home in Coshocton County. Today, Stephen Wolf was charged with felonious assault.
A woman taken to the hospital after a truck slammed into an emergency room has died. Her name is Cindy Fritz. Investigators are waiting on an autopsy report to find out if that crash ultimately caused her death. A hospital worker also died on Friday at the Canal Winchester facility. The sheriff's office says the man drove his pickup into the emergency room. He's charged with aggravated murder. An Ohio University student raped in her dorm room by someone she thought was a friend. Bree Seavey's story is the subject of a documentary that'll be shown tomorrow night on campus. It's called Start by Believing. She hopes it will give a voice to an epidemic she says affects all colleges.
He was a very nice person, and which is what I think hurt the most about it, is that he was a really good friend, and then he went and betrayed me the way that he did, which is kind of what made like my recovery really hard. Be a better bystander, be a better human, if you see something that feels wrong, take that 10 seconds of embarrassment of someone telling you like, no, leave me alone, I'm fine, because sometimes they are looking for someone to come up and help them.
We posted the details about the event at 10tv.com. Now, the beginning of the school year can be the most dangerous time for female students. The National Sexual Violence Resource Center says when you're young and naive and you think all the kids in your building are your friends, you're more likely to become a target. Now, some applaud schools for taking steps to protect students, but other experts say the focus is wrong because it is on what women should do instead of stopping men from committing violence on them in the first place.
Well, it is hard to watch, but that's exactly what the people at Sandy Hook Promise were going for with their latest PSA against gun violence in schools.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
It starts out like any other back-to-school commercial, but then it takes a dark twist as the students use their back-to-school items during a school shooting. It is the latest ad from the anti-gun violence group Sandy Hook Promise, founded by family members of Sandy Hook shooting victims.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
The group says the public service announcement is not meant to be political. They say keeping kids safe is not a partisan issue.
Well, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he's mad at himself and should have known better after a photo surfaced showing him wearing brownface. It's a 2001 yearbook photo from a private school in British Columbia where he worked as a teacher. The photo depicts Trudeau, then age 29, dressed as a character from Aladdin, wearing a turban and a robe with dark makeup on his hands, face, and neck.
I shouldn't have done that. I should have known better, but I didn't, and I'm really sorry.
The Prime Minister added that he also wore makeup during a talent show in high school. Trudeau is currently on the campaign trail ahead of Canada's federal elections in October. Well, a boy with a terminal illness.
But tonight, it was all about the game.
We just told him, be ready. When we call your name, we call your number, be ready to go out on the field.
And ready he was, the moment that made a mother and a team proud.
And we had another fantastic evening across central Ohio. As we look out at the city, nice clear skies out there, and we'll keep clear skies around through the overnight. Nice moonrise as we take a look up in the Heath Newark area. And as we wake up tomorrow morning, those temperatures will again be in the mid to upper 50s and the low 60s. There could be a few low 50s spattered in here and there, so a little bit of a crisp start to the day tomorrow. We'll let you know what day the next round of rain arrives coming up.
But first tonight, Buckeyes Protecting Babies, the video series featuring former OSU standouts.
It's an all-out 2019 sellout at Dan Tobin GMC. 2019 GMC Sierra four-wheel drive, $11,000 off. 2019 Acadia, $208 a month.
Only at Dan Tobin Buick GMC.
Value City Furniture introduces the best sleep experience ever, Dream Mattress Studio. Come in and our sleep experts will help you find your perfect mattress match at the new Dream Mattress Studio, now open only at Value City Furniture.
Why do you need fast, reliable internet so your world doesn't turn upside down? Turn it around. Switch to Spectrum. And Give your family what they deserve. Switch to Spectrum Internet for just $44.99 a month with free modem. Call 1-833-624-4499. With starting speeds of 100 megabits, you'll be able to connect your devices at the same time and with no data caps. Spectrum Internet has the fastest, most consistent download speeds based on the latest FCC report. AT&T can't say that. And with Spectrum TV, you get over 125 channels with free HD and free on demand. Plus, you get the free Spectrum TV app to stream your favorite shows and movies in and outside your home. Switch to Spectrum TV for just $44.99 a month. Call 1-833-624-4499. And no contract. Call and switch to Spectrum Internet and TV for just $44.99 a month each. Spectrum will even buy out your current contract up to $500. Call 1-833-624-4499. Turn your world around. Call now.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Get digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even follow... Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
We love this town. It's nice.
There's like a peace of mind. It's fine.
It just feels safe and secure being in denial.
Living in denial works for me.
All the families in denial, they feel the same as we do.
Opioids?
Not in denial.
No. It doesn't happen here.
No. My daughter is good friends.
My boys would tell me anything.
Exactly.
No, our kids are way too busy.
They would never abuse opioids. He has amazing grades.
Welcome to denial.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about opioids.
Now at Value City Furniture, shop our Dream Mattress Studio and get free delivery on qualifying mattress purchases. Plus, save $100 off this Beauty Rest Queen mattress. Now just $7.99 plus free delivery. Only at Value City Furniture.
It's an all-out 2019 sellout at Dan Tobin GMC. 2019 GMC Canyon 4-wheel drive, $258 a month. 2019 Terrain, $188 a month.
Only at Dan Tobin Buick GMC.
Closed captioning on 10 TV is sponsored by Custom Air.
New tonight, 3 former Ohio State Buckeyes are getting involved in stopping infant mortality. The campaign Celebrate One launched a new video series today called Sweet Dreams. The series features Thomas Pepper Johnson, Deontay Johnson, and Chris Beanie Wells.
The key part about it is just understanding roles and support and when to ask for help. I think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions to parenthood is that you have to do it on your own. Me as a dad of 4, a husband, it's important to know where your friends, your relatives, where your support system is.
Experts say numbers are low this year in Franklin County, but preventable deaths are still happening. We are going to post this series on our website. Just go to 10tv.com/featured links.
Well, he's been sidelined his whole life because of an illness. It was tough for Jackson Maynard, but this year he got the chance to join his middle school football team. And 10 TV's Brent Somerville reports tonight that team took it a step further.
Go, Jack!
A cheering mother is a universal certainty. You hear it before you see it. And Kelly Maynard never thought she'd see this. She's cheering on a play as special as the boy leading the downfield drive.
What has your role been like on the team this year? What kind of things do you do?
Help the team.
A boy, a few words. 12-year-old Jackson Maynard downplays his own significance, but they don't. They know what's important.
It's just the teamwork aspect, all working as a team.
And they know who is important.
Jackson is very supportive of all of us, and we all love having him on the team.
Travis Smith, Andrew Painter, and Beckett Walsh, Maynard's teammates. More than that, Maynard's friends. They know the true backbone of the Weaver Middle School Wildcats.
It's always exciting to have him at practice, and whenever he's at the game, he's freaking out on the sideline. It's fun to see him having a good time.
The sideline is where he watches the games. Jackson's mother, Kelly, says it started with a talk with the coach, hoping her son could play even the smallest part.
He came out, we gave him a practice jersey, we gave him game jerseys, shoulder pads, and a helmet.
Head coach David Swally says there was never a hesitation. Yes, he would find a role for Jackson, who was diagnosed with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy at age 5, a genetic disorder that breaks down the muscles. Mom says the use in his legs is gone, and he's rapidly losing arm strength. The disorder is terminal.
We don't know when any of us are going to go, but what we do know is that between now and then, we're going to live the hell out of life. We're going to live life, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it.
Another universal certainty, sports has a way of bringing out the good. Even 12-year-olds get that.
Making Jack feel like he's part of the team, making him feel like he matters.
Which is why they and Coach Swally did what they did.
It will be the best time I think I've ever seen. Watching one of my best friends who couldn't physically score a touchdown go down and score something that I haven't even done.
And I've heard that there is a play in the playbook, such a thing as, what's it called?
The Jackson Special.
We just told him, be ready. When we call your name, we call your number, be ready to go out on the field.
And in Wednesday night's game, his number.
Offense right here! Jackson Special! Jackson Special!
Was called.
All right, here we go! Come on, Jackson!
A 12-year-old boy, one hand clutching a football, the other full throttle on his wheelchair, lived out another certainty. If you want it bad enough, there's no stopping you from reaching your goal.
Look at these guys.
A cheering mother is a universal certainty. A cheering, emotional mother. Well,
That was awesome.
that's something you feel more than see.
He's wanted to do that since as long as I can remember. He's wanted to do that.
In Hilliard, Bryant Somerville, 10 TV News.
Win this one, all right? Win it.
And he did it. Jackson's mother has started an organization to help other families with Duchenne's to help pay for medical costs and equipment. And we've got those details at 10tv.com.
Go, Jackson!
Go, Jackson. What a great story.
So great to see.
Get a little teary-eyed watching that.
I know, I know.
And his teammates, I mean, all of those kids are just so focused on seeing that happen for him, you know?
And it does
That's
that
great.
flip. We're always doing stories on young people and bullying and stuff like that. But look at that, you know, the total opposite coming together to
It's good to see that.
lift
Very
up
good
their
to see
teammate.
that. Well, you know, we've had some really nice weather as of late. A little bit warm, but not terribly bad, not too muggy. Looks like we're going to keep the warm conditions around. Things are going to start to turn a little muggier tomorrow. Not terribly bad, but a little muggier tomorrow than we were today. 67 degrees right now with a light easterly wind, and we are looking at dry conditions on your Doppler 10 radar, and that's really been the theme for the forecast for the month. In fact, the last time we had measurable rainfall was back on September 1st. So we've gone about 2.5 weeks since we have seen any measurable rain out at the John Glenn International Airport. That is where the climate records are kept. So, yeah, it seems like we can't buy a drop of rain in September. And this is one of the drier months with just under 3 inches of precip, usually on average. But so far, just over a ½ inch this year. Last year, we had nearly 7 inches of precip in September. So it's amazing how much things can just vary from year to year. And when you actually look at the overall year, we're still running at nearly a 6-inch surplus on the year, and that's because it was so wet to begin. But yes, feels like we can't buy a drop of rain. You might be wondering, what the heck's happening? Well, we have very stable air in place, high pressure sitting on top of us. And normally, the systems move on out of here in a few days. But Umberto has been off to the southeast of us, and as this moves up the coast, it's kind of keeping this guy at bay. It's very tough for this to move out of here, so as long as he's in the way, we are not going to see any major change in the weather forecast. In fact, we have to wait until really the end of the weekend before we have a good shot at seeing some more widespread rain. But we do have the chance for a few random showers Friday and Saturday. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We'll start out dry tomorrow. We don't really have any rain to talk about at all tonight, but tomorrow we're dry with sunshine. Few clouds by lunchtime into the afternoon. Could see a few showers bubble up in far western Ohio. Should stay dry here in central Ohio. Then we start out the day on Friday dry with a few more clouds, and we do track the chance for, again, a spotty shower here or there. Most of us are staying dry. If you see anything, consider yourself lucky. Got to wait until really the end of the day on Sunday into Monday before a front starts to approach. This is our next best shot at rain across the area. We'll see this front moving through here. Showers and storms move in with it as we head through the over overnight hours and into your Monday. And actually, it'll be a little cooler out behind that. And Monday, as the official start to fall, we cool off into the upper 70s and low 80s, right on time with that. You might be wondering, well, how does the fall foliage season look? Well, because it's been so warm and so dry, right now the forecast is for the peak colors here in central Ohio sometime in late October or early November. Normally we see it in about mid-October. So if things stay the way they have been, it looks like you're going to have to wait a little longer before you see the peak colors. 60 degrees to start the day tomorrow. A little crisp in some spots. 86 for a high in the afternoon with plenty of sunshine. 87, a little muggier by Friday with a slight chance for a spotty shower or two. Same story on Saturday. If you see anything either of those days, you're lucky. Better chance for rain late Sunday into Monday. Official start to fall early on Monday, and then we're back into the upper 70s and low 80s. So Mother Nature got our memo. That's always good to hear. I know you guys are, I know you especially, Yolanda.
Upper 70s,
she wants to see the cooler weather.
I sure do.
Thanks a lot. You know, typically you have to pay to go to the movies, right?
Yes, in this case, though, the movies want to pay you. But this is no Mary Poppins.
We didn't stop it.
Pennywise.
The clown.
Get your blankie and get ready to be scared. If you watch 13 Stephen King movies by Halloween, you could earn $1,300. The company USDish.com is offering this ahead of the upcoming film Dr. Sleep. It's a sequel to Stephen King's The Shining. Ooh, that's a scary one. Now, during the binge, your heart rate will be tracked and you'll be asked about the film. So if you got the time, you can just go to their site there and you watch 13 movies, you get $1,300.
The Shining, Jack Nicholson, right?
Yes, and that's one, red rum, and the kid on the bicycle. Little kids in scary movies are the scariest, aren't they?
Our floor director, Kiara, is obsessed with scary movies. She would cash that in right now if we give her.
She would, yeah, let's sign her up.
Loves that. Okay, well, coming up next in sports, we have big news coming out of Moffrey Stadium tonight. Plus, we'll go one-on-one with Ryan Day as the Buckeyes get ready to wrap up the non-conference against Miami.
Doppler 10 Weather Bug is sponsored by Universal Windows Direct.
Ashley Home Store's Fall Home Sale is going on now. Kick off fall with a fresh new look. When you buy more, you save more. Save $100 off every $500 you spend. Or get no interest for 6 years. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
When I'm calling Buckeye games, I always try to get the call right. If you need windows, make the right call and go with my guys from Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free and 0% financing for 36 months. As always, get the Universal True Lifetime Warranty for as long as you own your home and 30 years to the next homeowner. Now, that's a good call. Schedule your free in-home estimate today. Call or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
The 10 TV Allergy Index is sponsored by Premier Allergy and Asthma. Relief is just a phone call away.
Now, get a Ford Ranger with 0 for 60 plus 1,000 cash back plus an additional 1,000 Conquest cash for non-Ford Lincoln owners.
Your love deserves to wear the brightest diamond in the room, but how do you choose the right one?
It can be a difficult choice, as some identical diamonds with the same color and clarity can vary in price as much as 70%.
At Myers Jewelers, we have the affordable answer. Introducing the Bright Crystal Diamond, scientifically proven to be in the top 10% of the world's most brilliant diamonds.
Seeing is believing. This truly is the brightest crystal diamond, exclusively at Myers Jewelers.
Experience Myers Jewelers.
Winning enough for a new Saturday morning ritual. That feels like $1 million. Play the newest instance from the Ohio Lottery.
Why are people driving from all over Central Ohio to Ken Ganley in London to get the new 2019 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4? Just $299 a month with $999 down. Only at Ken Ganley Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in London.
Ohio Housing Finance Agency, offering down payment assistance. Visit myohiohome.org.
A better night of sleep leads to the best version of you. And when you experience the selection at our Better Sleep Shop, you might not want to leave. Like the Sealy Firm Queen mattresses starting at $238. Upgrade to Posturepedic technology starting at only $688. The Better Sleep Shop, inside Morris Home and Ashley Home Store.
The worst thing about winning a football game, you spend the next 7 days listening to everyone tell you how good you are. Confidence is good, arrogance is bad. It seems everyone around the nation is jumping on the Buckeye bandwagon after back-to-back wins by a combined 83 points. This week, Ohio State welcomes Miami to the shoe, and it's up to Ryan Day and the coaching staff to keep these guys hungry and keep these guys humble.
This week, the message has been about momentum, that we've created some momentum for ourselves, and that's good. But there's a lot of things that can stop momentum, and one of them is losing focus and getting distracted. And if you start drifting off in another direction, then you're not going in the direction that the team's going. And so we've been talking about that all week.
There is only one place to see that entire interview with Ryan Day. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. right here on 10 TV. The show is called Game Time with Ryan Day. It would really justify my paycheck if you would please watch it. Job security. This Sunday night, the Browns are back in prime time, and they better play their best game of the season. The Browns are hosting the 2-0 Los Angeles Rams, and it's the beginning of a long stretch for the Browns. Their next 5 games will be against teams that are currently undefeated.
But yes, going against a team like this and seeing where you measure up, we're going to be tested in each and every category, each and every position this week. So we're up for the matchup and excited about this game.
Meantime, the Cincinnati Bengals are getting ready to face the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. To say the Bengals didn't play well over the weekend would be an understatement. They looked absolutely terrible in that 41-17 loss to the San Francisco 49ers. Head coach Zach Taylor isn't one to make excuses. He's just ready to move on.
This is not something that we're going to run from. It is what it is. You know, we got blown out at home. We could say it was frustrating, but we will not allow our guys to hang their heads. This is one game. We got 14 more to go. We got a tough one next week at Buffalo. And so we can't waste 1 second feeling sorry for ourselves because no one else is going to do that.
Indians are a half game out of the wild card, hosting the Detroit Tigers. Very important game. Bottom of the 10th. Game tied. Bases loaded for Yasiel Puig. And Puig is walking this one off. Game over. Puig finishes 4 for 5, including that game-winning hit. Indians needed this game. They win 2-1. Big news in the world of soccer. The United States women's national team will play a friendly match at Moffrey Stadium in November. The U.S. will host Sweden Thursday, November 7th. Mark your calendar. That's a rematch from the World Cup. The U.S. went on to win the World Cup while Sweden finished in third. Now back to the Buckeyes playing Miami this week. They are 40-point favorites, so I don't think we worry about a loss. They'll be fine, but you want to stay healthy. Next week they play at Nebraska. That is a big-time, prime-time road test, so stay healthy. Get those starters out of there. Let's get to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Get to Nebraska. Yeah. Because we want to be, you know, they always play for the national title, right?
Yeah, they're always in the hunt.
Always.
Yep.
Always in the hunt.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to think about the Cornhuskers, but
that's right.
Get this game out of the way first.
Yes. Beat Miami.
All right, beat Miami. We'll be back with a final check on the forecast. Stay with us.
Every 2019 Honda Accord and CR-V is on sale during our model year-end clearance sale from $249 a month. Accord, a car and driver 10 best, only $249 a month. Or CR-V, Edmund's most wanted vehicle, just $259 a month. Accords and CR-Vs are on sale now for less than the competition during the model year-end clearance sale this week at your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
That's the secret phone.
The what?
Remember? I told you my dad's a shelter agent. When that phone rings, he rushes out to save the day. Whether someone's home or car gets damaged, my dad is always there to help. He has the coolest job ever. Well, my dad's an astronaut. That's cool, too. I guess.
Find your insurance superhero at shelterinsurance.com.
There's a place I want to tell you about where things are a little more than they seem. It's called Asheville. It's the sort of place where there's always a good reason to find another reason to go exploring. You might come across a biggish house with a biggish yard. Of course, there's live music, and there's music that's more alive. No matter where you find yourself in these fine mountains, there are enough surprises to go around. So if you head this way, expect a few of your own. Asheville, let your spirit run free.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax, the versatile Chevy Equinox, the stylish all-new Chevy Blazer, and the roomy Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. The Chevy family of SUVs. No matter what you're looking for in an SUV, Chevy's got you covered.
Qualified lessees can lease this well-equipped Chevy Trax for around $169 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
1954, Eisenhower bans foreign powers from controlling our nuclear power. But they didn't safeguard other forms of energy. Now, because of deregulation, foreign entities, including China, are pouring into Ohio, buying power plants and infiltrating our power grid. And they're going to use you to gain a monopoly on Ohio energy. They've started a petition to overturn House Bill 6, closing nuclear power plants, killing jobs, giving China a stranglehold on our power grid. Don't sign their petition, or it's lights out, Ohio.
No matter what size adventure you're into, the award-winning family of Hyundai SUVs has something that'll make everyone happy. We get it. That's a lot to drool over. Hyundai. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get $3,750 in total savings on the Tucson or 0% APR for 72 months on the Tucson or Santa Fe. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
10 TV's Commit to be Fit is sponsored by Ohio Health, your Central Ohio YMCA, your Columbus and Franklin County Metro Parks, and by Columbus Public Health. 10 TV's Digital Broadcast Center is sponsored by Lindsay Honda.
Tonight on The Late Show, Billy Crystal. Because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start tonight at 11:35 only on CBS.
Oh, that's great.
All righty, we'll have a little bit of a crisp stop at the crisp start, I should say, at the bus stop tomorrow. If you are in those outlying areas, we're talking about temperatures in the 50s. It's going to be warm as the kids step off the bus, and a little warmer by the end of the week.
Okay, crisp. It's a Macintosh.